Why Africa could become the world's renewable energy superpower. What if the world's next energy superpower isn't the United States, China, or the Middle East? What if it's Africa? For decades, Africa has been known primarily as a supplier of raw materials. The continent has exported oil, minerals, and agricultural products while importing much of the manufactured goods it consumes. But a global shift toward clean energy is creating an opportunity unlike anything Africa has seen before. Instead of simply exporting raw resources, Africa could become one of the world's largest producers of clean, affordable energy, powering industries, artificial intelligence data centers, electric vehicles, advanced manufacturing, and even producing green hydrogen and other clean fuels for export. The question is no longer whether Africa has the natural resources. It clearly does. The real question is whether the continent can turn those resources into lasting economic growth. The world is entering a new energy era. Electric vehicles are replacing petrol-powered cars. Artificial intelligence is driving an unprecedented boom in the construction of data centers. Manufacturing is becoming increasingly electrified, and countries around the world are working to reduce carbon emissions while meeting rapidly growing demand for electricity. Every new AI model, every battery factory, every electric bus, every manufacturing plant, and every hydrogen facility depends on one essential resource: reliable electricity. The countries that can generate abundant, affordable, and clean electricity will enjoy a major competitive advantage in the decades ahead. This is where Africa stands apart. The continent possesses around 60% of the world's best solar resources, yet today it generates only a small fraction of the world's solar electricity. That gap represents one of the greatest untapped investment opportunities of the 21st century. Renewable energy is no longer simply about protecting the environment. It has become an economic race. Countries with low-cost electricity attract manufacturers, technology companies, mining operations, data centers, and heavy industries because affordable power reduces production costs and increases competitiveness. Imagine two factories producing exactly the same product. One pays 18 US cents for every kilowatt hour of electricity. The other pays only 6 cents because it operates using abundant renewable energy. The second factory can produce goods more cheaply, earn higher profits, attract greater investment, and compete more successfully in global markets. Electricity is rapidly becoming the foundation of economic competitiveness. Africa's advantage comes from the diversity of its renewable resources. First is solar energy. Northern and Southern Africa receive some of the highest levels of solar radiation anywhere on Earth. Many regions enjoy more than 3,000 hours of sunshine every year. As solar technology continues to improve and costs continue to fall, utility-scale solar farms are becoming one of the cheapest sources of electricity available. Second is wind energy. Countries such as Morocco, Egypt, Kenya, Namibia, and South Africa possess exceptional wind resources. In many areas, strong winds continue long after sunset, complementing daytime solar generation and creating a more balanced electricity supply throughout the day. Third is geothermal energy. Deep beneath East Africa lies one of the world's most active geological regions. Heat from within the Earth provides a constant source of renewable electricity that operates 24 hours a day, regardless of weather conditions. Kenya has become one of the world's leading geothermal producers, demonstrating that renewable electricity can provide reliable baseload power as well as clean energy. Fourth is hydropower. Major river systems including the Congo, Nile, and Zambezi possess enormous hydroelectric potential, capable of supplying reliable electricity across entire regions when developed responsibly. When these energy sources are combined, they create something even more valuable. Solar generates electricity during the day. Wind often produces power after sunset. Geothermal operates continuously. Hydropower and battery storage provide additional flexibility and stability. Instead of relying on a single technology, Africa has the opportunity to build integrated renewable energy systems capable of delivering reliable electricity throughout the year. But renewable electricity is only part of the story. Africa also holds many of the critical minerals that are essential for the global energy transition. Copper, cobalt, manganese, graphite, lithium, platinum group metals. These minerals are fundamental to batteries, electric vehicles, transmission networks, wind turbines, solar technologies, and countless other clean energy products. For many years, African countries exported these minerals in raw form, while much of the manufacturing happened elsewhere. Today, many governments are working to capture more value by encouraging local processing, refining, battery manufacturing, and industrial development. If successful, Africa could export not only minerals, but also finished products with far greater economic value. Across the continent, this transformation is already beginning. Morocco has invested heavily in large-scale solar and wind projects while strengthening electricity connections with Europe. Egypt continues expanding renewable generation and positioning itself as a regional energy hub. Kenya has become a global leader in geothermal development. South Africa is experiencing rapid growth in private renewable energy investment following years of electricity shortages. Namibia is attracting international attention for ambitious green hydrogen projects. Mauritania is pursuing plans to use its vast wind and solar resources to produce renewable hydrogen for export. Each country is following a different path, but together they point toward a broader continental transformation. The investment opportunity is enormous. Building Africa's renewable energy future will require solar farms, wind farms, transmission lines, substations, battery storage, ports, railways, hydrogen facilities, and modern industrial zones. International institutions estimate that hundreds of billions of dollars could flow into Africa's energy sector over the coming decades if investment conditions continue improving. Private investors, sovereign wealth funds, development finance institutions, and global infrastructure companies are already increasing their interest. But investment doesn't flow to good resources alone. It follows confidence. Developers need stable regulations, reliable electricity markets, transparent procurement, strong transmission networks, bankable long-term power purchase agreements. Without these foundations, even world-class renewable resources can remain undeveloped. Africa also faces significant challenges. Electricity access remains limited in many regions. Transmission infrastructure needs major expansion. Financing costs are often much higher than in developed economies. Permitting processes can be slow, and regulatory uncertainty sometimes discourages investors. These obstacles are real, but many African governments are reforming electricity markets, encouraging private investment, and modernizing energy policies to unlock growth. Perhaps Africa's greatest opportunity is that it doesn't have to repeat the development path followed by industrialized nations. Instead of relying for decades on coal before transitioning to clean energy, many countries can leap directly into modern power systems built around solar, wind, geothermal, hydropower, battery storage, smart grids, and digital infrastructure. That transition could support entirely new industries: renewable-powered manufacturing, mineral processing, artificial intelligence data centers, green hydrogen production, electric mobility, advanced agriculture. The greatest value may not come from exporting electricity itself, but from using affordable electricity to build competitive industries that create jobs, increase exports, and strengthen national economies. Looking ahead, several trends could shape Africa's renewable future. If transmission networks continue expanding, if financing becomes more affordable, if governments maintain stable investment policies, and if regional electricity markets become better connected, Africa could become one of the world's largest renewable energy investment destinations over the next several decades. That is not a certainty. It is a projection based on current trends and the continent's extraordinary natural advantages. History has often defined Africa by the resources beneath its soil. The future may instead be defined by the energy falling from its skies, flowing through its rivers, blowing across its coastlines, and rising from deep beneath its surface. The renewable energy revolution is about far more than producing electricity. It is about creating industries, building infrastructure, attracting investment, creating millions of skilled jobs, strengthening energy security, and transforming economies. The question is no longer whether Africa has the resources to become a renewable energy superpower. The real question is, who will build that future first? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Afrigen Energy for more in-depth analysis of renewable energy, infrastructure, and investment across Africa. Leave a comment below and tell us which African country you believe will lead the continent's clean energy revolution and why. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel to enjoy these inspiring renewable energy videos.